So a question that I get all the time from clients working in SEO is, Brendan, we know you have our SEO covered, but we're thinking of running some ads to kind of complement that work. Should we run Google ads or Facebook ads? And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I'm not a paid advertising expert. So I brought in a real paid advertising expert, not somebody who just blogs about it or talks about it or makes videos about it, but somebody who actually does it day in and day out. I'll introduce them here in a second. And if you are new here, I'm Brendan Hufford. I've started and sold a few online businesses. I'm the creator of SEO for the Rest of Us, and I also lead the SEO team at Directive, a search marketing agency that works with big brands and enterprise clients like Allstate, Cisco, and Betterment. And I'd argue that in my day job at Directive, the only thing more impressive than our SEO team is our PPC team. We have some absolute beasts when it comes to paid advertising. And one of the things that I've learned in the last 4 weeks since I joined Directive is to have a true appreciation for what PPC and what paid advertising marketers do. I always thought it was like set and forget. You just set up your campaigns and let it run. And I couldn't have been more wrong. Like, it's PPC and paid advertising is in a lot of ways harder than SEO. Like, if you screw up, you'll think you set a $400 budget and then you get an email from Google telling you that you've just spent $10,000 on ads. Like, that can happen. So today I want to share with you a short clip, just a super short clip of a long form interview that I did with my buddy Bill King, who runs SEO, but also paid marketing over at Drift. And what I love about this clip is that Bill's actually going to walk us through end to end how he thinks about Google ads versus Facebook ads. Let's hear from Bill. Is there, and I know this is like really granular and I'm not trying to get you to show your hand here, but like, has there been a platform that you've found like to be really successful, whether that's Facebook or Google or LinkedIn or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is like, I still think is like underpriced for, but I don't even know if that's true. I think that they're just better. They're better at designing a product that gets you the right people. So I think that's been the best source of ROI from dollars in, dollars out. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. I think like Google works really well because a month into me joining here, we bought Visible, which is basically an attribution tool. So before that, it was all last touch. So now we've got this really great, rich data of like how each touch point contributes to the business. And as we're going up market, there's actually more and more pressure on finding less volume and higher quality, right? So when I started here, literally like within a few months, we're like, oh, wow, we're starting to build more enterprise momentum. So I think if you balance the two of those, the scale and like the down funnel, high value, maybe higher cost of acquisition, I think that's a good balanced portfolio. I just think it's important to understand how your business works and how they evaluate what you do. And it's easy to not think, I know this sounds like crazy, but it's easy to think about like the tactics and like all the inputs. But it's really important to like take a step back and work with the ops team and like understand how the engine is running. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and especially in the thing, this is something I've been learning more and more about with SaaS companies or B2B companies, just understanding like, you know, is what I'm doing going to create a ton of friction between, and this is again, like last 6 months, I'm wrapping my head around like a sales qualified lead and a marketing qualified lead. And is this going to cause like me getting a bunch of leads, like could actually cause friction within a company because it messes with like, who's are they?
Actually a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think you're doing great and it's like, no, you didn't put the right stuff into place to know exactly how we got these. And now it's messing with everybody's numbers and people like things you would never think of. You think you're doing a great job and really like, you know, Sarah over here is like, well, I don't get my freaking bonus now. And I'm pretty sure I closed all of these or whatever, you know, things
we have an amazing ops team, like really, really good. And their level of transparency removes all ego you possibly can have. And I think like when you work in a place where there is laser focus on the desired outcome and they have the level of transparency to have real good conversations, you don't have the kind of cloud to like what's the best decision. And that takes a certain level of like get over it, do what's right, and move on to the things that are going to have the biggest impact. I personally love that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, you feel like you're all kind of on the same bus, different seats, same bus, going the same place. Tell me, I have a couple questions about career and stuff that I'm just fascinated with, but I think like I want to touch on SEO really quickly. I want to talk about like marketing strategy and stuff like. So there you have it. One of the things that I love about this clip from the interview I did with Bill King was that he talks about you have to understand actually how your business works. In evaluating what type of paid marketing to use, you have to understand how end-to-end, how the business that you're operating in or running yourself works. So let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear more about your business. Let me know in the comments below. What's worked better for you? Google ads, Facebook ads, maybe something else, some other type of paid advertising, maybe SEO. Let me know in the comments below. The second biggest point that I want you to take away is that, and this is something that comes from Bill's expertise as a professional poker player for many years, you have to spread out your bets. If you're gonna run paid advertising, you have to spread out your bets. You have to have a balanced portfolio. Now, when you're scrolling down into the comments to leave a comment letting me know what's working best for you, also make sure you check out the description where I have a playlist with the rest of the interview clips that I did with Bill, a second playlist of all of the PPC and paid advertising content on this channel is in a playlist in the description below. Last quick note, if you or your company is creating any sort of videos or podcasts like this, like what I do with SEO for the rest of us in 100 days of SEO specifically, make sure you check out podreacher.com. Jackie and her team are who I work with personally to take all of my video content, all of my podcast content, and turn it into, really search intent based, sometimes long form content that goes on 100 days of SEO.com so we can start pulling in that organic search traffic from Google as well. Again, don't forget to leave me a comment below. Let me know what's working best for you. Google ads, Facebook ads, maybe something else, neither, a mix of both. Let me know in the comments below. I've been Brendan Hufford. Don't forget to work hard, be nice people, and don't get too lost trying to create something that matters.